Okay, I think I got it to work today, so I know I don't have to shake anymore. All I do is push this little shake button and it should be the same thing. Because yesterday it didn't work. But let's see what to talk about today. And it says First Chronicles 14:6. I'm gonna get to there real quick. Hopefully everybody's been having a good day. I have been having a good one. Tomorrow is 4th of July. Um, First Chronicles. Okay, 14:6. And this is what it says. The title of it is called David's Kingdom Glories. Hiram was king of the city of Tyre. He sent messengers to David. He also sent logs from cedar trees, stone cutters, and carpenters to David. Hiram sent them to build a house for David. Then David understood that the Lord had really made him king of Israel, and he had made his kingdom large and powerful for the benefit of Israel, his people. David married more women in the city of Jerusalem and had more sons and daughters. These are the names of David's children born in Jerusalem: Shammua, Shobab, Nathan, Solomon, Ephar, Elishua, Elpetet, Noga, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, Gileada, and Eliphalet. So there's nothing really to talk about this whole chapter. It's just showing you how God will bless you. He'll send kings from other places to come and bless you when you are serving God and etc. Or if you are being blessed by God, it can come from anywhere, places you don't expect to. So when he's getting this king from Tyre, King David, if you know the story of David, he's the one who had the slingshot and shot down Goliath or whatever, the giant, and killed him. And he was like this little shepherd boy who nobody expected to be king, but all of a sudden God lifted him up and said, "This is going to be king of Israel." And he served God. He would do other things to honor God, and pretty much he was destined to become the king of Israel and take the place of Saul. And Saul was angry because he knew David was coming up to take his place. So Saul would always try to kill him and hunt him down and had David on the run, etc. But now we come to a point where Saul is dead and now David is king of Israel. And in his kingdomship, he is getting presents from this king of Tyre, who's saying, "Oh, I recognize you as the chosen king of Israel, and I see all your blessings, so let me bless you too." And God has made it so this king has his focus on David so he can come and bring blessings to him. And he brings him trees. These are the things that are valuable back then: trees. He brought him stone cutters, he brought him carpenters, etc. Just things to bless David's house and help build it up. So just know out of this, the whole gist of it is that God is a blesser, and even though when the situation doesn't seem like you can be blessed, or someone's hunting you, or wants to kill you, or whatever, or you're in all kind of trouble, God can still come out of nowhere and still bless you, in various ways. Now the specific verse was 1 Chronicles 14:6, and in that is just a list of the names of David's daughters. So that's nothing to it doesn't apply to anything really. But I'll just read it for the sake of it. Um Chapter 14:6. Noga, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, Gilead, and Eliphalet. Okay, so pretty much David had lots of wives, and you can see this is a good example, I guess, to show you that your sins can be forgiven. David had lots of wives himself, and God didn't count his sins against him because your heart's right. You might be caught up in some activities and they aren't, godly or anything, because like in God's word, one of his 10 Commandments is don't commit adultery, etc. Um, David has the first wife, and of course he's committed adultery because he continues to have other wives all at the same time, almost like polygamy or whatever you call it. And he's also having children with these wives. Now, David's done other things in the past where he's killed a man just to get his wife or whatever. He's cheated on. I mean, he's taken some man's wife, etc. He's done all these sins, but in the gist of things, God is more concerned about the spiritual things, the heart. He doesn't want you to do these things. That's why he sets up the Ten Commandments to keep your spirit right and to keep your mind focused on doing the good things because he is the God of righteousness. He wants you to do all things that are right. But in the same sense, David is human. God knows that everybody's human, and you're going to have mistakes and faults. But God has provided Jesus to die for you. So if you're trusting on God, if you're trusting in God, then automatically your sins are forgiven, and it's only right for you to try to do the best that you can. But even if you're not doing the best, God can still reach you and still bless you. So, I mean, I've seen it in my own self, in my own life. God reaches in continuously and starts to bless me, even though everything might not be perfect, but sometimes he can look into my spirit, and I guess he determines whether I'm being a great servant to him or not, whatever. But or even if I'm not being a great servant to him, he has a mercifulness inside of himself where he says, they aren't doing the best thing and they're not doing everything perfect, but I still love them and I want to bless them. So in the sense, in that summary, we can get that God can bless whoever he wants, whenever he wants, and it doesn't have to be somebody who's doing everything perfectly. So, yeah, we can relate with two things. God can bless you even though if you got haters after you or whatever. And God can bless you even if you're the hater of yourself, you're not doing things right. So either somebody's after you and they hate you and God can come in and bless you, or you're not doing things right and God can still come in and bless you. Either way, you don't have to be perfect. And that's the summary of everything. So everybody have the best Friday and enjoy your July 4th. I will talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.